What's up everybody? In today's video, it is Prime Day, Prime Days. There's a bunch of them. So depending on when you're watching this video, there are potentially deals on a lot of the products that I have here. And I'm gonna do something a little different with this video. First of all, this is unscripted. I'm just gonna run through this stuff and kind of tell you what I think, because there are a lot of videos out there that will talk to you about what's on sale and try to find you the best deal or the best commission for that creator. And that's not necessarily what I'm looking to do. So I'm gonna take you through the items that I have found that are on sale for Prime Day that I have. I have them here with me, or I have done reviews on the channel for them previously, so you know that I've used them. You know that I'm not just searching through Amazon for stuff with high discounts and then just like plopping them into my video, like I know some other creators are doing. So I've got a list, I've got a Diet Coke, and we're gonna go through the stuff that I have here and the stuff that I think is worth you taking a look at. Okay, so I've organized this list by brand, and so everything that I'm gonna show you should be grouped together by brand, and this is stuff that I use as a photographer, as a videographer, content creator with a studio, as well as someone who goes out into the world to get this stuff. So I'm gonna start with wireless microphones from Hollyland. So Hollyland is a really cool company. I like them. They have a great booth at NAB, and the first one that I wanna show you, this is the Hollyland Lark M2, not the M2S, that's this one, the M2. It has a magnetic back. It has a magnetic back and it's kind of like a coin, right? I really like this microphone. It's got like a 700 to 1,000 foot range, 24-bit, 48 kilohertz. Battery lasts for a long time. There's a couple of different kits. This kit, which is the one that you would hook up to your camera with a cable, and then you have two microphones in a charging case, is normally like 120 bucks. Which in itself is actually very good. The audio quality out of this is very good. The noise canceling on this is very good. I'm not gonna do a full review, but you can check out the review video that I'll link down below, and I'll try to put a card up above. But the charging case is very good. The audio quality is very good. The noise canceling is very good. It's a great microphone. It weighs, I think, 9 or 10 grams. These are very small, and the magnetic backing is actually pretty ingenious. The Lark M2S, and sorry, it's normally like 110 bucks. This one's, I think, $89. I think it's 90 bucks. So on sale. The Lark M2S. This is my favorite microphone. This is my current favorite wireless microphone system. Same kind of setup. This is what you're gonna plug into your camera. This is the microphone itself, tiny. This one is 7 grams. So they did two things. One, they replaced it with titanium to remove the magnetic thing, because now it's got this flexible arm, and so you can just kind of clip it on your shirt. Again, review on the channel. This is normally $150, and right now it's $120, so it's 30 bucks up. So $120 for two wireless microphones that are 7 grams, 1,000 foot range, as long as you're facing the transmitter or the receiver and the transmitter are connected. Lightweight, excellent quality. It also comes with little like windscreen covers, all that. Again, check out the review, not just the price. Okay. That's what I've got from Hollyland. They make a lot of other stuff. I just don't have any of it that I want to, like, that I can show you. And I want this to be about stuff that I actually have, not stuff that I just wish I had, wish you bought with my links. Okay, next is SmallRig. I gotta take a swig of the Diet Coke for this one, because honestly, I think I have a lot of SmallRig stuff here. Okay, so first things first, we have the cage. I'm gonna put this down in the description, but all of the SmallRig stuff is on sale between like 15 and 25%. So really, no matter what you want, you can get SmallRig stuff. I think the cages are like 10 or 15 bucks off, which is like 20%. The handles are another, let's see, how much is they? So the SmallRig handles, these are normally 29 bucks, and right now they're 22, so they're $8 off. The nice thing about these handles is that when you put them on your cage, whichever way you put them, right, it's not just a handle, it also comes with 2 cold shoes, and it has a big thread mount on here. And then depending on which one you get, sometimes they have like other mountable spots on them, but these are great. The number of times that I've used this and had to just screw things into my camera or throw in an extra, just like throw in something onto the cold shoes, like here, I'm gonna take the Hollyland Lark M2S receiver. We're gonna throw that onto our SmallRig there, right? You can put it up there. You can also obviously put it on the flash hot shoe on your camera, but lots of options here. So the cage and the handle are all on sale. SmallRig is doing like everything on sale right now. Here's the other thing that I have from SmallRig. This is their super clamp. This is actually for a light, but I'm gonna show you that in a second. The SmallRig super clamp, this thing basically is keeping 90% of this studio up, is a bunch of these. You can attach them to almost anything. They're super strong. And I love that the handle is ratcheted. So, you know, if you scroll or if you screw it in and then you're like, oh, I need to, I can't, this happens to me all the time. I can't get my hand at the right angle. You can just pull it out, spin it around, and then you get the leverage that you need from the position that you need. And there's a couple of different mounting points on the top, depending on how you need that to work. These are normally like, I think 30 bucks. They're on sale for $19. Again, I would pick up a couple of these, put them in your kit because you never know, especially if you're carrying around lights or if you're putting lights up or diffusion filters or microphones or really anything. These things are great. Okay, next is this SmallRig clamp arm. This is a little mini arm. These are fully adjustable. These let you basically attach anything that has a 3/4 inch mount to anything that has a 3/4 inch mount. And then obviously you can put step-up adapters on here. And the thing that makes this different, with it being a SmallRig one specifically, is that because I've bought a handful of these from, we'll just say, alternative brands. And when you tighten these up too far or move them around too much, they don't hold their spot. They droop or they'll break if you tighten them too much. Or I've had them where these ends start to spin and so there's no screwing it, like you're done. That has not been an issue with this one at all. SmallRig makes a quality product, I think. And so you can trust these with your gear. I normally use these to mount my camera monitors or my GoPro or my 360 camera when I'm using it for behind the scenes stuff. You can also use it for a microphone, but we'll get into that. SmallRig sells a kit that is this with a clamp. Oh, my clamp is up on my light, so I can't show it. It's a smaller clamp. It comes with this. It's normally $27. Right now it's $19. Next, same thing, same concept, but if you ever said, really want one of these, but I want it to be tiny, I want it to be very small, this guy. This is one of my favorite little gadgets. I gotta tell you, I love these. I have tons of these. I have them everywhere. The other arm, right? When you tighten this, it stays tight. This is really cool. I actually use these to hold my microphone. I have one right here. It's a slightly larger one, but this is another SmallRig one that you can see. This is the slightly bigger one. So these are great, and right now you can get a 2-pack of these. They're normally $8, and right now they are $6.79, so it's like a buck off, but still, I would get a ton of these if you don't have them. Okay, so that does it for SmallRig stuff. There's a lot of other SmallRig stuff, but that's what I use every single day, and I trust it, and I love it, and I wanted to show you. So now we're gonna move on to the next brand. And the next brand is K&F Concept, or K&F Concepts. They used to be called Kent Faith. I don't know if that's still their name, but that's who they are. They make a lot of stuff, and I've tried a lot of their stuff. And I know that for some folks, they're kind of a budget brand, but honestly, for the money, for the price and the quality that you get, I find that the value is very strong. Are there cheaper options? Absolutely. Are there more expensive, higher quality options? Absolutely. But they're right there in that perfect little sweet spot between price and quality that I think, even as a pro, is worth it. I shoot with KF gear all the time. So let me kind of show you what I'm talking about. So first of all, is their magnetic filter system. I've been using this for, I want to say, about 9 or 10 months now. And honestly, it has been a huge improvement for me just to switch to magnetic filters in general, but it didn't break the bank to get an entire set. And so, like, for example, they sell, this is a 77mm to 82mm step-up ring that is magnetic. So for example, that lens that I just pulled it off of, so like this lens right here, right? This is my 85mm 1.4. This is the lens that I do almost all of my portrait sessions with. I put this magnetic filter on, and it's a step up to 82. The reason that I do a step up to 82 is that my largest lens, my 24-70, it's an 82. But then if I need to, I can put any filter on here. Like, here's my diffusion filter. I'll throw that on there. If I'm doing video and I want to have the diffusion filter with the neutral density filter, boom, there it is. And these aren't coming off. Like, they're on there. Are they as on there as they'd be if they were screwed on? No. But I like that because it is a pain in the butt for me to unscrew all of my filters all the time. So I love these filters. I love that they are magnetic. So I'm gonna put a link down below for a ton of these, but the one that I really do wanna specifically identify here is this one. So I went on a search for a neutral density filter. I use ND filters when I'm shooting video all the time, right? If you shoot video outdoors and you want shallow depth of field, like with this prime lens, it's a 1.4, you need a neutral density filter. Or if you're shooting time lapses in bright scenes, you need a neutral density filter. If you want to, make water look smooth, that kind of thing. If you want to make people go away, you need a neutral density filter. So here's my neutral density filter. But the kicker is that it's a variable neutral density filter, which I had a hard time finding a variable ND that was magnetic. But this is a ND2 to ND32. So this is a 5-stop ND filter from 1 to 5-stop. Now, there are other ND filters that they make for this kit. So maybe, you don't need all that. So maybe the 5-stop is not enough. You need more. Here's a 6-stop filter just on its own that you can just throw on there. So, honestly, moving back and forth between these, here's their CPL. Great. Fits on there fine. Looks fantastic. This is the CPL. What was that? Oh, this is ND8, right? So this is 2, 4, there's a 3-stop. And if you buy the kit, they send you this little pouch. So I'll link the kit down below. The variable ND is a separate purchase, I think. And then the other thing that I did is I paid for these. I did not get sent these. Almost everything you see here, I paid for except for a few things. So the variable ND is normally $81. So this is normally 81 bucks. It's on sale right now for 65. So it's 16 bucks off. That's actually a pretty good deal. There you go. There are other deals on the other lenses and the kits. I will link those down below. I also really like their lens caps, honestly. Again, not a full review, but I did do a full review on this. This is the sling bag. This is the 10-liter sling bag. This is now my everyday portrait photography outdoor bag. When it's just me, a camera, and a lens or two with some cards and batteries in my wallet. This is the bag that I'm taking. This one is also on sale. I will link it down below. It's also just cheap as it is. Like, it's not cheap, it's just inexpensive. I think it's like $39 normally. Yeah, right now it's $31.99. You should get this bag. Okay, next, I mentioned that I like going out on portrait photo shoots outdoors. That's what I do for a living. I am a portrait photographer. And this is the flash that I use when I am out on portrait shoots. Now, I'm in the middle of doing a review on this. I've been using it for months. It's a phenomenal flash. Check out the review when it comes out. So if you have any questions, that'll be the answer. But this is the AD200 Pro Mark II from Godox. Normally this is 350 bucks. Right now it is on sale for $299. So it's $50 off. This is a phenomenal flash. It's just a little bit more powerful than your traditional flash, although the V480 just came out from Godox. I have not seen that one, I haven't touched it yet. I need to review it, but I do trust them, so it's probably pretty good. But I love this flash. The recycle time is incredibly fast. I've gotten tons of flashes out of it without running out of battery. I've only run out of battery once on this, and that was because I forgot that it was on and it was off to the side and I was shooting my client and I didn't realize that over in the bushes, my flash was just pop, 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 pop. Otherwise, I've never run out of battery on this. It's phenomenal. It's got 2 heads, right? This is one head, this is the other head. This head has a modeling light built in. That is super cool. But whether you're gonna go with the AD200 Pro or you're going to go with the V480 or the V1 from Godox, you need a trigger if you're gonna have it off of your camera, if you're not gonna have it on your camera. So this is the Godox X3. I'm not gonna lie to you. I bought this thing 100% because of how it looks. I think it looks sick. I love this thing. It's got an OLED screen. It works phenomenally. Like I said, I'm working on my review. It'll be out soon for this and the flash, but I love this thing. So the flash itself, like I said, is on sale for 50 bucks off. It's normally $350. Right now it's $299. The trigger is $10 off. So it's normally $89. Right now it's $79. So what is that, 12%? So that's a pretty good deal. I've not normally seen these go for less than that. And we're about to see some price hikes on stuff. So honestly, if this is the type of thing that you're looking for, if you're a photographer and you want to shoot off-camera flash, you don't have a flash yet, look at the Godox stuff. Look at this 8200 Pro. I got it over the Westcott, and honestly, I feel pretty comfortable with the decision that I made, the money that I saved, which I invested in the trigger. This thing has been an absolute game changer for me as a portrait photographer out in nature. Also, I think I've charged this once since I bought it. I don't know, battery seems to last forever. I realized I didn't talk about this. This is I got ahead of myself just a little bit. Let's do that again. I got ahead of myself just a little bit, and I forgot this when I was talking about SmallRig stuff. This is a SmallRig Octavox light diffuser. I use this with the AD200 Pro to diffuse light. And the reason that I do is not because it's smaller or better or anything, but because, did you see how it folds up like that? Check this out. That's it. Like, so for me, when I'm traveling to California to do photo shoots, which I do a lot of my shoots in California, even though I live in Las Vegas, I can just fold this thing down and it just disappears, which is amazing. SmallRig, this is the LA090. It's normally $80 and right now is on sale for 63 bucks. 63 bucks. I love this thing. I almost want to get a second one. And then I love this. I will say SmallRig did send this to me with the grid. But going back to talking about Godox, this is their 24-inch, like tiny. This is really cool. I just did a microphone review. I'm setting up like a podcast setup back there on the chair. That'll be coming soon. This guy, small, easy to set up, easy to lift, like it doesn't take up a lot of room. Doesn't break down like the small, but this is another option that you can get if you're looking to stick with Godox. And if you get their adapter, which I'll also link, you can put this in the adapter, put it on a light stand, you're good to go. Now they do have a foldable version of that includes the grid and the mount that I was talking about for the flash. And right now it is on Prime Day deal for 35 bucks. Okay, next I want to talk to you about the M7 from Hohem. I like Hohem, they make good products. This is just the case. Here's the actual gimbal right here. So this is a phone gimbal. I haven't finished my review on this. I haven't finished my review on this guy. They're probably mad at me. But normally this guy is on for $299. Right now it's $239, so it's $60 off. But this thing is Pro. So there's too much, right? It's too much to go over just in a minute. But basically, this thing is a fully capable production level gimbal for your phone. And in addition to being able to, control your phone, you also get this AI magnetic camera light thing. So not only is it a camera, but it's also a light. And so you throw your phone in here and you connect it. I'll turn it on real quick. And then it's got this detachable remote that you can just control the gimbal with. So you just kind of put your phone in it and then you can just kind of move it around. But it also has AI capability, so it can actually follow me. So right now it's identified me, and if I tell it, boom, and now it's gonna follow my face and move around for me. Now, I can also use the remote to control it however I want, but it's smooth, it works well. You can do really just a ton of stuff. I'm still working on my review because there are honestly just so many features that you can kind of do with this thing. Time lapses. Honestly, it's also just a cool gimbal that works really well. So that is the Hohem M7 gimbal. Like I said, it's normally $299. Right now it's $239. This thing is super cool. The battery lasts forever. The battery can actually charge your phone. It does a lot of really cool stuff. However, if maybe this is a little too big for you and you want something a little bit more pocketable, let me show you this guy. This review is on the channel. This one is out. This is the X3 SE. That's it. Like, that's the whole guy. It also has the little remote, which is super fun. So you can actually pull the remote off. It doesn't have the screen and the AI tracking, but you can use their app inside and connect it via Bluetooth to this guy, and it actually will do AI tracking. But this thing is so small, you can actually just kind of throw it in your pocket, which is really nice. That one is normally 65 bucks. And right now it's 50. So I'll put a link down below, 50 bucks. I did a review on this. I also filmed my entire iPhone 16 Pro Max review with this gimbal. All right, another swig of the Diet Coke. I'm just kind of doing this. All right, next is the P10 from Afro. This is the 1 terabyte version. So this is an SSD for your iPhone. This is the terabyte version. The 2 terabyte version is actually significantly discounted right now. So if you take this guy and it just magnets to the back of your phone, that's it. And then they give you a little L bracket SSD cable that attaches via USB to the USB connection on your phone, and you're able to record whatever you want, 24p log, right? But if you're recording ProRes log, even if you're just doing it in 24p, if you're doing it in 60, if you're doing it in 120, 4K on the iPhone, you're gonna fill up your storage super fast. So get one of these. I've got a review up on the channel for it. I really do like this product. And I've used it because honestly, I used this with this to film my iPhone 16 Pro review. So I think this is normally $249 for the 2TB version, and right now is $179. So that's a great deal. All right, next is the Shark iFootage Nano 2 slider, which I can't show you right now because it's kind of mounted over here in my studio, but I just posted my review of this slider a couple of weeks ago. Go check that out. It is a super fun device. I've been using it a lot over the last 6 months. You probably noticed that any of my footage where I'm doing product review or demonstration, if it's got motion in it, it's likely the iFootage Shark Nano 2. Now the 660 centimeter version on, is it centimeters or millimeters? The big one, the 660 is normally $750, but right now it's $600. It's $150 off. That is a huge discount. So if you're looking for an extremely well-made, this thing is it's sturdy. Let's put it that way. It is made of mostly metal and carbon fiber. You could probably use it as some sort of like a bludgeoning instrument if you absolutely needed to. It is a phenomenal slider. The controls are easy. The app is really good. It takes NPF batteries and you can plug it in via USB-C. It's a great, great slider. It's $150 off right now. All right, next, I want to move on to one of my favorite brands, which is Zhiyun. I have two products that I want to talk about from them. One I'm actually using right now, so I'm going to go get it. This is the Cinepeer C100 light. I will have you know that this thing is currently at 1%, and it can basically light up my entire room. This light is super cool, and I normally just use the barn doors just like this to give me just this little sliver of light. It can do both white, it can do RGB, it can do effects. It has an app. It's very good. I actually have two of them. You can also bolt them together. That is actually what this is for. I showed this to you earlier, and I actually had this attached to this super clamp. And the reason that I had it attached to this clamp from SmallRig is because I like to mount this up here when I'm doing product shots. And then I point it at my ceiling, which is white, and it just fills this whole room with really nice soft light. And I only have to put it up to like 20%. At 100%, it'll last for about 45 minutes, but I think, 5 to 10%, which is what I normally use it as, just as an accent light or just adding a little bit of pop over on the side. You just use it as just an extra accent light, as a fill light, wherever you need in your studio or in your mobile kit, because it's super lightweight, lasts like 4 or 5 hours. Again, it's app controlled, runs really nicely. It does come with this adapter to clamp it onto stuff. It doesn't come with the super clamp, obviously. There's also a kit version that actually comes with the barn doors, comes with a grid, comes with a diffuser. Like there's a ton of different accessories that you can get for it. And it's battery powered. It has a 4,500 milliamp battery inside it. So it lasts for quite some time if you're not pushing it to the max. But if you need it for the max, it'll last you at least 45 minutes. It has fans in it. It does get hot. The fans are not super loud, but they're not inaudible either. Just be aware. Okay, normally that is $250. Right now it's $211 on Prime days. The other thing that I want to mention from Zhiyun, look at this little guy. He's so cute. He's so cute. This is the Zhiyun Weebill Cinepeer 3E. This is a 3-axis gimbal. You can connect it to your camera. I connect it to my Canon camera, and it works perfectly fine. I can adjust things like ISO, aperture, shutter speed right on the controls. And it has pretty much everything that you would expect from a lightweight mini gimbal. So normally by itself, this is $250, and then right now it's $199, so it's $50 off. But they have like a full kit that also comes with the counterweight that goes on the bottom. Let me show that to you. Okay, so they give this little lower mounting bracket, and then you just kind of put this on like this. Close it like so, okay? And then what that allows you to do, depending on how you want to angle it, is now you kind of have a second option, and you can adjust all of this a little bit, but also this kind of, it's like a pad for your arm. So depending on, right, it allows you to put more of the weight onto your arm and off of your hand and wrist specifically, right? Moves the muscle groups around. And then it allows you to add this guy. So depending on how you're gonna have it, So they have a kit that includes this accessory and the 3S, which is the higher end version of this gimbal. It's normally $439. Right now it's $350, and it includes this and a bunch of other accessories. All right, the next thing I want to talk to you about is a lens. I actually just bought this lens, and I didn't know if it was going to go on sale or not, but it did, of course, because I bought it. And this is the Brighton Star 50mm. Now, I am in the process of doing my review on this video. That should be out on the channel really soon. But here's what I can tell you. It's just kind of a cool lens. It's fun. It's definitely not something that you're gonna like go out and it's not gonna be perfect. That's not why you buy this lens. But here's why I bought this lens. One, it's native RF. So it is native to the RF mount. It is manual focus, but it is a 0.95 f-stop. This 50mm is 0.95, f.95. So this thing is a light gathering beast. Now, is it soft as all get out at 0.95? Of course it is. The focus plane is like 6mm at 3 feet. It's pretty soft, but the bokeh looks good. When I sharpen and add a little bit of contrast in post, it still looks super cool. It's fun. It's just fun to play with. And for me as a portrait photographer, if you're looking to add maybe just a little something extra, a little something special for your client, I can throw this on and just be like, hey, let's get a fun photo, just an interesting looking photo. And then I'll take my time, make sure my focus is good, and it's gonna look interesting to isolate your subject in that way. I shot with this over 4th of July last weekend. Again, still working on my review, be out soon. Normally this thing is, I think, $220, $215. Right now it's like $160. Full metal construction, very well built. When you stop it down to like even F2 or F2.2, the sharpness is phenomenal. Like it's really, really good. Other than the fact that it's not autofocus, you can't really tell. And oh, it's so smooth. I really do like this lens. So I got it about a week ago. I got it specifically for 4th of July. I didn't think it was gonna go on sale. It did. So I wanted to mention it in this video. Okay, next up, I've got Neewer. I like Neewer products. They make, like Godox, like SmallRig, they make a lot of really good value accessories for your kit. And one of those is tripods. Now, there's been some news recently about tripods. If you've watched any of my tripod videos over the last couple of years, you know that I don't necessarily love the tripods that were just released. I think they're too expensive for what they are. But I went looking for a super sturdy, lightweight carbon fiber tripod that had the kind of adjustable ring at the top, and I landed on the Neewer LT32. Now they also have the LT38, which is slightly larger, and it has a more traditional ball head, but I haven't run into any trouble with this. I did a full review on the channel. It is available for this. I still have it. I use it pretty much every week. I use it on every adventure trip that I go on. It is lightweight and it is honestly exceptionally well built. It has 5 sections and it's got the levered open and close, which I really like. Now to go with that, you need Arca Swiss plates. I have like 10 of these. I keep them everywhere. I put them on everything. Anything that has a 3/4 inch mount, I've probably put one of these Arca Swiss plates on it. They're compatible with Peak Design. So if you have a Peak Design photo mount, like I do on my backpack, this will work with that. It also works with everything else that's Arca Swiss. And it works with the Neewer Light Trip auto clip-in feature. So you just click it and it goes in. Now this is probably actually one of the best deals on this entire list. This thing is normally like $230 and right now it's like $120. I think maybe they're phasing it out in lieu of the LT38, which is the larger one that has the different head. But honestly, if you're in the market for a super lightweight carbon tripod, it's tall too. It's like 62 inches. It's got a 1/4 inch mount on the side. We can put stuff on that. But if you're looking for something that's small, that's lightweight, this is your guy. See there, 1/4 inch mount. Mount anything to these. Again, I bought this on my own. I also bought these Arca Swiss plates on my own. Those are all mine. And I feel that they've been worth the money for me. Now, one thing that I didn't pay for, but I want to tell you about, and I can't show it to you because I'm using it right now. This is my F700 field monitor, also from Neewer. It's a great monitor. Check out the review that I did on the channel. It's phenomenal. It's normally, I think, $320. Right now, it's, I think, $210. $215, so almost $100 off on that monitor. It is a great monitor. It's a touch screen, which is really helpful. It has a super bright screen, so it works great in outdoor environments. It is HDR capable, so you can feed it an HDR signal and it'll show you HDR. It's not gonna tone map it. You can do LUTs that you can install yourself, so it'll take user LUTs And it just has a ton of features, right? It has waveforms, it has histogram, it has audio monitoring levels, like it has everything, which is why I'm using it right now as my monitor. And I did get a couple of these newer NPF 750 batteries. I really, really like these, and they have a little USB-C thing on there. So the monitor, again, is on discount. The batteries, which is, I think these come in a 2-pack. They're normally $60. Right now they're $47, but you can get the even bigger ones. I think they're 970s as well, depending on the size that you need and how much you want to packing. Again, great batteries. They last a long time. They work great with the F700 monitor, both of them on sale. Okay, next, kind of out of left field, not any of the brands we've talked about before, but there's a company called QNAP. They make a NAS storage device. They actually make a lot of different things, but they make NAS storage devices. I met with them at NAB. They're a great group of people. They make great products. I bought the TS433. It's a 4-bay NAS with built-in 2.5 gig networking. I bought it as a little mini home server. It's got, the version that I have has a little Intel, I think it's like a Celeron chip in it. It's normally $379. Right now it's $309. That does include the drives, obviously, but their OS is really nice. They've got a lot of really good built-in apps. It comes with both the 1 gig and the 2.5 gig networking. It's got USB 10 gig on the front. And again, I've had it for now almost 2-3 years. Some of their other stuff is on sale, but I own that one, and I'm trying to keep this to stuff that I've used or own so that you know that I've used it and that I can stand behind it as a good product. But the 433 has been solid for me as a family home server. It's got all my kids' photos on it right now, but it's a 4-bay RAID and it works great. So I wanted to mention it to you because it is on sale. Also on sale, just another honorable mention, the Osmo Action 4. DJI is kind of clearing out their stock, it looks like, or at least their vendors are. So you can right now get an Action for like $90 off. Normally it's $299. They've got it on for $209. All right, next. Also, a product that I've reviewed on the channel, this is the Lano battery charging pack. It does 18 watts PD fast charging. It will take 2, this is the Canon variant, but they make it for all brands. It'll take 2 Canon batteries and shows you what the charge level is right away, which is really nice, and charges both of them at the same time. They have a Canon version that comes both with the charger and 2 of their batteries that are compatible with the E6NH. So R52 owners, just be aware. That's normally $89. They're doing $10 off. It's $79. But I really do like this charger. Actually, I take this charger with me all the time. So I don't have like a wall charger and I don't keep like a wall wart brick to plug it. Like I just bring this. And then I just plug this into my Jackery or whatever my main power when I'm on remote trips or adventures. Okay, this next one is actually a pretty good deal. This is the Pergear 512 gigabyte. This is the CFexpress. I actually have this card right now in my, no I don't, where is it? Oh, it's right here. Actually have this in my reader right now. This is a 512 gig card. Right now, they are doing this one for $146. Normally this is $210. They're also doing 2 512s for the same price. And I gotta tell you, I really appreciate the fact that they're like, hey, it's this much per gigabyte. Get them however you need them, right? What combination do you need? No problem. It's same price. It's just price per gigabyte. I wish more vendors would go that way. But the thing about this card is that, you know, just to compare it, I've got a Sabrent card that is also 512 gigabytes, and this one is 1700 megabytes a second. This one is like twice as fast. It's so much faster than this one. And I love this card. This card is really good. But this one is on sale, normally $210. Right now it's $147. Another mention is the DJI 4K Mini, or the Mini 4K. This is their entry-level drone. Let's try that again. And right now it's $240. Again, I'm just trying to tell you about the things that I use that are on sale. This isn't like an essentials guide. This is just stuff that I can put my name on and say, I've used this or I've reviewed it, and it's good, and I like it, and I think it's worth the money, and here's a deal. Last one, my monitor. This is my Samsung Odyssey G8. This is a 32-inch UHD, no, it's 4K. This is a 32-inch 4K HDR high-nit screen. It's curved. I like this screen. I've had it now for about 9 or 10 months. Much better than the Philips screen that I had before it. Right now, it's 80 bucks off. I'll link it down below. Okay, I think that about does it. Obviously, these are gonna be affiliate links. If you click on them and you buy something, it supports the channel. I would appreciate it if you did it that way. But either way, I felt strongly that I needed to find the things that were products that I could support that were on sale and show them to you. Okay, last one, I promise. This is the Maono PD300X. This is a podcasting microphone. Normally this is $110, and right now I believe it is on sale for 80 bucks. I am in the process of the review for this particular microphone. I'll probably have it up in the next day or two. I will say it sounds great, it works great, and the button on the front is also a level, so like a meter. So as you're using it, you can see where your meters are, which is actually really, really nice when you're just talking right into the microphone. Okay, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you wanna support what I'm doing here, just like and subscribe, click on those buttons down below, click on those links, that really helps out the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.